Hi guys. I want to do a quick top-down analysis on Euro USD. I've taken four losses this week and I took four losses last week, making eight losses. So basically my portfolio is on drawdown, but I'm still very good. Now, there's one thing I learned from all these losses that I've been taking is that I'm still very good with my portfolio. You understand? Like my risk management, the way I'm trading right now, the risk management I'm using right now, I feel like it's the best for me that I've been using because I'm on a series of losses, but I still feel okay. There's no emotion attached to it. Like I'm not feeling bad that I took losses from the market, and I don't even feel like to even revenge those losses. The only thing I'm feeling right now is disappointment. And that's very okay because I know I'm taking objectively. So that's why I'm very disappointed in myself that I took losses several because actually I was really like I felt like I had an expectation for this week for this week, yeah. So and I didn't get to that expectation really made me disappointed in myself, but it's still all good. That's one thing about trading. That's one thing about the price action. You can't know what's going to happen next. You understand? You can never know what's going to happen next. And I feel like a lot of traders out there, a lot of gurus out there are just claiming like they all know it all. I feel like nobody will come and tell you I took losses. I've taken eight losses or have taken losses throughout this week. You hardly see a trader out there who will admit that he or she has taken losses throughout this week. They're always claiming they win every day. They're always claiming as if they know it all. And no trader does, you understand? It's just the long run, the way you can manage your portfolio. That's what that matters. That's all that matters in trading. You being able to manage your portfolio. But a lot of traders out there because they have uh, what would I say? They have money, they have followers right now, so it's easy to just deceive the masses and just I know and people just want to go with the flow that they always want to win from trading. Like you will always win from trading, and which is not possible. You understand? It's not possible. So. If you're out there and your mentor is just claiming he wins every day and you are not winning, that's that alone shows you that your mentor, he or she does not know what they're doing, or they're just promoting some certain things about trading, which is not real. The real part of trading is that you're going to take loss. There are going to be rough weeks. And now, those rough weeks, can your portfolio manage through those rough weeks? That's what that really matters in trading for me personally. Can your portfolio really manage to pass through those rough weeks without being emotionally attached to the lot to those losses? Because the minute your portfolio you start going on drawdown and you eat maybe 30 to 40% or 50% drawdown in your portfolio, there's definitely going to be emotion attached. We are not robots, you understand? That's what a lot of people fail to understand in trading. You are not a robot. You have emotion. You can't do without emotion. We are built with emotions. Even if we try to stay disciplined, we try to stay, we don't want to be emotion. The minute you are trading with your own equity, with your own funds, there's definitely going to be emotion attached to it. So what really matters is how you protect your capital in the market, and you have to have good risk to reward management. If you have a good risk to reward management, your portfolio will survive any storm and rough weeks. So that's just it for me. So looking ahead on Euro USD, you can see on the 4 hour time frame, you can see that the market is still on the bearish, but it's kind of ranging. It's kind of ranging at the same time it's still dropping. So it's still very much a bearish trend. Very much a bearish trend. So we are back to this very demand that fueled this old buy the very first time. So we are back here on the 4 hour time frame. We're back to this demand. So what I'll be looking at now this week, one of the rules in my trading psychology is that I always follow the trend. Now, mind you, I also counter trend, but when I see a clear sweep of liquidity on higher time frame, which is not built yet on Euro USD here. So is that I'm seeing a clear sweep of liquidity around all year. Maybe price do something like this, I low, I just to create another low here, then sweep the liquidity. Then before price start buying, that's when maybe I'll join buyers. But if I'm not seeing sort of a change of character and sweep of liquidity around this level, there's no way I'm going to be buying. I'm still looking for a sell. I'm still looking for a good sell around this level. So if I want to sell around this level, um, if I'm selling around this level, is it that price just price breakdown from here, create a new low, and I look for a lower time frame resistance to join, then I sell. Or I sell at this level, if price come back to this very level, come back to this very resistant level, making here a supply level or new supply. I sell around here, I say around then that's it. So, because we are still very much on a bearish trend. This trend hasn't changed yet. Even if market is really ranging around this period, if you look at the charts right now, you can see that the price has been ranging the way it moves. It has been ranging and moving at the same time. Just as if price is looking for liquidity before it moves, you know. Just creating sort of manipulation. We have three phases in the market: consolidation, manipulation, and distribution. So if you notice, when the price start consolidating, there's always large form of manipulation. That's what I've noticed on Euro USD. And price always intend to come back to where you want to put your obvious SL. That's what I've noticed. So that's one thing that's be giving me losses throughout last week. Like almost all my trades was going to the same direction because I was selling throughout, but at the same time I was taking losses because price was sweeping me out before selling. So that's why I noticed that price is coming back to the obvious L sell. It's coming back to the obvious L sell. So I think uh, one thing is we should be using a very good L sell. Should be using a very good asset in trading, mostly EU right now because there's a lot of volatility and due to the new Fed schema, and everything that is happening and the Iran war still going on. So there's still a lot of more of manipulation in the market right now. So and even gold is dropping. It's been a while since I trade gold personally because of my portfolio. Right now, if you want to trade gold, you need to have a very good equity to trade gold because good comes with a lot of manipulation, and that can really affect your trading psychology. You might take some certain losses, and you think maybe it's you that does not know what you're doing, but mind you, it's just the market that is fucking with you. So that's just it. For me, and you see the way I've taken losses now, I've taken losses 2 weeks now in a row, but I'm still like I can still think objectively, not being emotionally attached to those losses. That's one thing. That's I feel like that's the flex in trading for me right now. Because before it was really hard for me to like get off those losses. I always want to try to revenge. You always want to try to win back those losses. So I've learned that the hard way that you can't just win back your losses. You have to stick with your plan. You have to stick with your strategy. You have to stick with what you want to do in the market, not what the market is doing. You understand? The only thing you can do in the market is to be patient and follow it. You can't force the market. You can only follow and be patient. So these are the two things that I'm seeing on the Euro USD. So I'm still looking for a sell. So is either I'm selling at this level if price drops, or I'm selling at this level back, this new resistance zone, hoping the price will get back here to make here our supply. So we just put our pending order around there. Now, if you notice here now, you can see that if you're selling from this level, let me go to the 1 hour time frame. If you're selling from this level, you could see that you'll be on a very safer side. You have a very good wide L cell in case price is coming to sweep those liquidity and dropping back to your direction. So you have a very good L cell. So I think that's one thing I've learned the hard way. Yeah, you always try to put your entry at the obvious SL. So that's the new policy for me. Like always put your entry at the obvious SL. And most of the times, if you're putting your entry at the obvious SL, you always get to miss trades a lot if you put your entry at the obvious SL. You always get to miss trade a lot because most of the time price will just come very close to that zone that you set your entry, the obvious essay, and just drop back or buy or whatever. You understand? And just move without executing your own trade. So I also learned that the hard way before. So I think that's one thing about price action. The moment you think you have the key, the market will change the lock. So that's why you have to be able to move with all these changes. Once the market environment change, you have to be able to change. You have to be able to adapt. That's one beautiful thing about price action. You really have to be able to adapt with the market change, with the market environment. It's a very dynamic environment. It changes every time. You have to study. That's why you have to journal. You have to study. You have to even losses makes you understand the market more. Your losses, you learn from it. Your wins, you learn from it. You don't dwell on them. If you dwell on it, the market is just going to caught you off guard. You understand? So that's just it. So this is what we'll be looking at next week. So if you're new here, you can click the link on my YouTube and join my WhatsApp group. I'll be dropping all these signals for them there. So and it's totally free. So you can join and also you can leave a comment below. Tell me what you think about Euro USD. Do you think Euro USD gonna buy next week or we're gonna sell next week? So peace, guys.